Sometimes we violate our own rules, but in the end, hopefully we can find a resolution. Let's get into it.
I need somebody to make a Dame Dash versus Dame Dash video where Dame is literally violating all his own rules. Everything he tells others not to do, he does.
Well, God bless him.
Anybody who has something to say, you attack them, but you attack everybody. You're allowed to say anything about anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Conversation between someone that I respected to be able to have a real conversation with. Until I got to talk to the rest of my crew about it, it's just called talking ideas. And where I'm from, it's not thorough to have a really private conversation and go to the radio and tell everybody before everyone else knows. Now, I just thought you were young, and I didn't even let you know, but I think you know how many problems that mistake you made caused. But you never said nothing to correct it. And now you're saying something about the presidency, which is not true. Sitting with people that you used to disrespect daily, at least that's what I used to see. Laughing about the fact that you misspoke, not caring about how much damage that caused to Rockefeller. Memphis Bleak told you that started everything. And it's all because of a conversation we had that you went and made public. That's not some Harlem shit. That's some young shit.
I'm about to make some major announcements. You want to hear one?
Sure.
I'm now the chairman of Revolt right now. And I also I have 50.
You don't deserve to be the chairman of Revolt.
I got you. So I'm now the chairman of Revolt with a pathway. You see, because he wants to trigger me. And I want you to acknowledge that. So I'm now Cam's boss, the chairman of Revolt with a pathway to acquisition. I've been trying to buy Revolt.
How do we know this not Cam? We can't see this on Deadline.
Can you stop interrupting me, please? So Deadline didn't make the announcement for this particular situation. They didn't want to. I had an announcement I was going to make with BT, but Paramount stepped in and they said do it later. And they didn't want to be a part of this mess. But it will be in something. This gets played tomorrow, so the announcement will be in the trades tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Vibe did an article, and it was like, mind you, this is following me saying, hey, the lead publicist at Revolt is saying Dame Dash is not chairman, not for a month, not for any time. So Vibe did an article. It was an announcement of him being a chairman at Revolt. It said that it would be for a month term. And then it had quotes from the CEO of Revolt, or alleged quotes from the CEO of Revolt, and all these things, right? Mm-hmm. So all this is happening. And then there is the Shade Room that obtains an exclusive email that was sent internally at Revolt. Now, this email is from Detavio Samuels, who is the CEO of Revolt Television. And in the email, he says, I know some of you may have caught Dame Dash's interview on The Breakfast Club today. To set the record straight, Dame Dash is a hip-hop pioneer with a proven track record as a creator. Yes, we've been in conversations about potential partnerships, things like licensing his shows and films for Revolt, but there is no signed deal. He is not the chairman of our company. There's no acquisition path on the table. The quote from me and Vibe is completely fabricated. I never said any of that. If anything major were to happen, you'd hear it directly from me.
I'm sitting here on the dock looking at the view, and I'm thinking, why am I beefing with Cam? And the only reason why is because I just never got to talk to him. He publicly said he wasn't going to talk to me, but almost every OG from Harlem and everyone I respect is like, yo, cut this, embarrassing. So, Daniel spoke to Cam, and we could resolve this. I just want to talk to him, and it's over. And if you need to, because we can't publicly have us as black people beefing with each other. That's just what they want. They use us to tear each other down. They don't do it. We do it to ourselves, but they usually pay us to do it. And I'm not going to get caught up in that. So I'd prefer to squash this. I want to apologize to Harlem because I know this was embarrassing for Harlem. And I'm man enough, but the thing is, in Harlem, we deal with things different. It also comes with violence. And I can't be violent, and I won't be violent. And I don't want any of my friends to be violent. My job is to keep them out of jail. So the only way I can deal with things, to keep certain things out of the algorithm, is to answer as soon as somebody says something. And my version of violence is just lawsuits. If I could take it to the streets, I would, but we can't. And the Italian Godfather, part 2, he killed his brother. The black Godfather don't kill his brother. He teaches his brother. So, again, if y'all want to sit down and work it out, I don't even want to be a part of that project that y'all doing. I don't really understand what it is. But I feel like 50, Cam, me, if together we show that we could be beefing, pause, and then come together and maybe do a TV show together, something different, or a movie or something, just showing the world that we can work together, then we would prove everyone wrong. They love us tearing each other down, and I'm not doing it. And I apologize to my OGs for embarrassing y'all. But I just wanted to talk to him. And he finally talked to, he finally replied when I hit him with the lawsuit, and I was like, nah, now go talk to Daniel. And if you want to, Daniel, if you want, please arrange us to have a sit down. You can bring who you want. And also 50, you're invited too. But instead of us talking about each other on social media like clowns, let's sit down and talk like real men. Let's take this off the street. The street right now is the internet in this corner. So I don't want to fight with y'all no more.